Hi, my name is Jill. I usually start out every video saying I channel healing messages and energy through the archangelic realm, and then I proceed to do just that. This video is going to be a bit different. I am calling this a behind the scenes look, and I'll just dive right in. So on June 20th, it's now the 22nd, but June 20th around solstice time, I was compelled to do some intense shadow work. And, excuse me, clearing my throat. So I'm about to speak my own truth. I was working intensely on my money block because, like many healers, we stumble on the money block. And so I chose to use Psych K. And essentially what Psych K is it puts you in a whole brain state so you can create new subconscious programming. If you're interested more about that, you can plug in Bruce Lipton, Psych K into YouTube. And I think the best video he has about it is called Rewrite Your Mind. But I'm a Psych K facilitator, and I first learned how to use it on myself. And so I wanted to insert some new subconscious programming about receiving money. So I was what we call balancing a goal statement, and I was trying to plug in the statement into my subconscious. It is safe to receive money. I'm using different words than Psych K would use, but that's what I feel like is happening. I was trying to plug in that sentence, it is safe to receive money, into my subconscious so that I can then receive money. Because unfortunately, angel energy is not the currency, it is money. And so I sat down to what we call balance that goal statement. And so you're just basically in a meditative state, and you're saying to yourself in your own head that the goal statement is safe to receive money, is safe to, so you're repeating that, and you see what comes up, and then it's clearing that, and your subconscious is receiving that. So I started with that goal statement, and as I'm sitting in this meditative state, and because I'm me, angels started coming in. So Archangel Jeremiah was coming in. Jeremiah helps with past life reviews. And so the next statement that came in after that, a sentence came after, it is safe to receive money, I receive money for healing sessions and videos. That's what I would like to do. I would like to be supported by what I love. And then it came in very quickly, it's okay to be me. So kind of not surprising, given that being seen is connected to receiving money. If I'm going, and anybody who is trying to be financially supported by what they love, you need to be seen to receive that money. And then all the fears that might still be in there about being seen come up, or anything that needs to be cleared or broken comes up. And so I then quickly felt Yeshua, and just saw a life where I think I lived, where I walked very closely to him. And I remember this lifetime the most. I remember this lifetime the most because it reminds me of my purpose to ground Christ consciousness on earth, and I'm hearing in my head, to teach kindness. So with that all said, all this stuff is swirling. It's okay to be me. I'm feeling Yeshua behind me. I'm seeing myself walking beside him, looking to him, seeing the stream of what, this is all happening in my meditative state. All this stuff is coming up. And then I just sat there for a minute thinking, okay, I completed the Psych K process and just I just felt like, okay, this is not done. Part of the psyche process is, you say at the end, this process is complete. You're ending the transmission. You're moving on. You are sealing in the new subconscious programming with the goal state me balance. And I walked away thinking, I don't think this is done. And so I was guided to then write. So, okay, so in Psyche, the last thing that it says is to put the new programming that you just placed in yourself, take an action step. So now that I'm thinking about it, my writing may be the action step, but out of it came a lot of shadow work. So that was a whole lot more than I wanted to say but I'm trying to give you the backdrop, to share what I wrote, to share the breaking through the generational wounds. And I almost hate to call it that because it's about my mom, but my mom, who passed in 2018, her lineage carried basically vows of poverty, accepting enough, just barely enough is enough, and I'm sensing my mom as I'm speaking now, and holding the pain for others, and to the level that it hurt her. And so the last thing I'll say before I read what came through me was that what prompted my own healing abilities was a dark time. I almost died in 2014, and after that period, that whole event shook my healing abilities to the surface, and I walked around sensing, knowing, feeling everyone, everything, to the point that it was overwhelming, and I could barely tolerate the world because I was sensing what everybody's thinking, feeling, everything, on top of the fact that I was experiencing anxiety and PTSD from almost dying and many years of experiencing my mom's mental health issues and helping her through them. So now I'm actually going to read. So Archangel Jeremiah was speaking to me, so it's going to come through. I'm going to be using the word you instead of me. So this is Archangel Jeremiah speaking to me, and maybe also you. I wrote down one message. One message was, breaking the vow of poverty does not break the tie to your lineage, meaning both to Yeshua and especially to my mom. So here we go. Letting go of the pain of maternal lineage in this body does not separate you from your mother. Letting go of the pain does not mean you are letting go of your mother. She subconsciously gave you her pain. Her body absorbed the lineage from before and before that. She was a shock absorber of patriarchal menace, and she was abused by some close to her. She took it and didn't know she could give it back, or maybe she did and didn't want to. She thought holding all of the pain protected others, but all it did was deplete her to the point that she could no longer protect herself. Then status quo became the norm. It was a step above abuse. Lack became a womb of safety because nobody could see through its walls of concrete she built around herself. Seeing my mom's face as I'm reading. She smiled through any pain that would arise, pushed through any disease like it was her job, because it became her job, the job of survival. Sacred geometry shapes the world, and it is no mistake when things go in circles. Abuse equals survival. Poverty equals survival. Disease equals survival. So as one paradigm of survival was conquered, another would circle up like a snake from the depths of rotting hell. It was the disease that eventually took your mother from this earth. The cancer was the physical manifestation of the pain she tried to absorb so others would not get hurt. But in the end, she hurt. And those around her hurt because who wants to witness a beautiful peacemaker hurt? Hang on. In the end, her body screamed out all of the pain she held for others and held for herself. She was still beautiful, though, because beauty was what she was. It's very true. She had a presence because she was a present. A gift to anyone around her, a balm of peace, gentle strength, a knowing that everything would be okay. And Jeremiah was saying to me, she gave you these gifts. She inadvertently gave you her pain, but you were different. There is a reason she said you were the mailman's. Sorry, I'm shuffling my notebook. There is a reason she said you were the mailman's. She would tell everyone that. She's different. I don't know where she came from. She was the mailman's. But the reason I was different, Jeremiah was saying, you would learn how to transmute pain with the gifts born within you. Your mom knew you would not drop the baton that was handed through her to you. She saw the other side too. But when the dark came in with the light, she shut the doorway to the other realms. She had enough darkness in her childhood and could bear no more. So the door was locked, waiting for you to open it. It was the pain that unlocked it again. The pain of 2014 when I almost died. Pain is an untamed force. Pain is an untamed force. But sometimes it knows where to go. It worked its way through your body until it filled you. It spilled out of you. It screamed all that you held for your mother and all of the pain that she held for her mother. It just screamed because it didn't know what else to do. When the screaming stopped, You realized that door to the other side had sprung open from your body's silent screams of pain. The echoes of all the women before you, your mom and your mom's mom. The echoes gained momentum until they landed in you. You came here to quiet the echoes. You came here to transmute pain. You came here to unlock doors so others can walk through. You came here to overcome lack. You came here to break through all patterns of victimhood. You came here to show by example. You came here to show that being who you are ends cycles of patriarchal punishment. I just need to pause. I'm sorry. I need to wipe my nose. All of my videos are unprofessional, but this is just real stuff. Okay. Pause a second before I keep reading. I'm just feeling my mom. Just need to breathe. And I'm feeling the darkness that wants to hold the light back. So I think the reason I'm reading this, because I really didn't want to, is because I'm showing that no matter how you show up, wiping your nose on camera and all, turning the camera away from me a little bit. No matter how you show up, you need to show up. And you never know when you are clearing the way from someone else, from your own courage. So, however you are, wherever you are, if you are of the light and you have been healing yourself and others, moving everybody through their own shadow, clearing the subconscious, shadow work and clearing the subconscious are really one and the same. If we are clearing that subconscious programming of patriarchal menace, of you can't be who you are, of you need to be tied to a 3D job, of you have to do what the patriarchy says so you can have money, of all the things that we have been trained to believe. Anytime we are showing up and showing a different way of being, healing, doing, we are giving others courage to do the same. And you never, never, never know when you're doing that for someone else. I'm going to finish what Jeremiah had to say to me. I forgot this. I forgot this after I just went on that rant. The next words are, you will be seen because you are meant to be felt. So these words are to me, but also you. Everything that comes through me is for everyone else, because we're all one. Disconnecting from pain, lack, and suffering does not disconnect you from your mother. So disconnecting from the patterns that connect us to those we love does not disconnect us from them. So I'm going to start again. Disconnecting from pain, lack, and suffering does not disconnect you from your mother. It just frees you. Freedom is what you have been seeking. Money equals freedom. When you have it, you will be seen. It's why you retract when you are close to a breakthrough. Being fully seen in your truth is a complete break from all negative patterns that tethered you to your past. I'm going to say that sentence again. Being fully seen in your truth is a complete break from all negative patterns that tethered you to your past. all negative patterns. But these were the patterns that defined you. Some of their lessons became part of you and reminders of people that you loved and still love. Freedom is asking you to separate from your old identity, not those that you loved. Not those that you loved. Just saying it to myself. Right now I'm saying it to myself and to you. I feel like I need to say this again. Being fully seen in your truth is a complete break from all negative patterns that tethered you to your past. All negative patterns. But these were the patterns that defined you. Some of their lessons became part of you and reminded you of people that you love and still love. Freedom is asking you to separate from your old identity, but not those that you loved and still love. Survival was the old identity. Pain was your food. Victim was the bed where you slept. Freedom is asking you to fully be who you came here to be seen, to be heard, to be felt.